Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Tearing Knives. On the table in front of me today is the Spyderco Amalgam. This is a Brian Lai design. This is a knife that was loaned to my husband and I from Brian to give it a review, see what we think. This, I have to say, as much as I love this knife, it is a little bit big for me. This is definitely for somebody with larger hands. Now, a smaller version would be awesome. I would definitely like one of those. It is a beautiful S30V blade, drop point, flat grind, satin finish, absolutely gorgeous. You do have your signature Spidey thumb hole in there. The lock is a compression lock. Now, for me, I'm not crazy about it because it is a little bit harder. Well, see, now I'm getting it. It's a little bit harder to get in there, and then you have the flipper tab, which comes up right where you are pressing in the lock. Now, I've heard that some people aren't crazy about it for that reason. That would probably be my one reason that I'm not crazy about it. But, on the other hand, it's smooth. And if you can get your fingers in there right, which my husband can do it, I can't. And maybe because, he's played with this knife a little more than I have and has figured it out. But I get it open, and then the flipper tab hits my finger, and then it just sticks. It is a carbon fiber handle. You have a four ways of your pocket clip attaching. You have ambidextrous, you have tip up, tip down, you have barrel spacers here. You have a barrel pin for your lanyard hole. This is just a beastie knife. I mean, it is fabulous. Yes, it is not something that I would be able to carry unless I stuck it in my purse, because let's face it, we've talked about it so many times. Women's pockets are anywhere remotely even close to being able to fit something like this in it. Closed length altogether, you are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches closed. Actually, a little bit over 5 inches closed. Now, if it was for a woman's pocket, it could be about 2 inches. That's about it. But stick this in a purse? Heck yeah, I'd do that. Definitely. Your blade length is 1, 2, 3, about almost 4 inches in length. Your blade width, now this is a pretty good sized little blade here. It's a little over an inch. You see there? Your handle length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches in length. It looks like it's a hair over 5 inches. But your total length on this is almost 9 inches total. So that's a really good size. Now, weight-wise, this was about, and I'm not sure, I don't have the scale in front of me, but I believe it was about 8 ounces. Therapeutic Edge, you know?
I don't.
Okay. Well, now.
Oh, it's light.
I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. We're going to get the scale. All right, let's check it out, because now I have to know. It is, for its size, it is a pretty light knife. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess between 6.5 and 7. What do you say, Therapeutic Edge? What's your guess?
I think it weighs 5.5 ounces, 6 ounces.
Well, okay, so we just guessed basically the same thing. Oh.
4.5.
It's only 4.3.
Okay.
Okay, so that is pretty awesome in itself for the size to be so light. I really do like that. Now, this is not something I could use the thumb hole on either. I would have a little bit harder of a time because I have the smaller hands. I can get in there, but I will have to move my hand up some. All in all, I do think it is a great knife. A little bit large for me, but, I'd still stick this in my purse. I'd still carry it. The handle, the carbon fiber is not completely smooth, so it does give you a little bit of a grip on there. Again, the jimping on the back of the blade is really nice. It feels really good in hand for its size. It's, yeah, it feels good. I do like that. I'm not sure about the choil. I don't know if that's a sharpening choil or a finger choil. It's a very shallow finger choil if it is. But, you know, all in all, good job. I really like it. It does stick out of my hand a bit, so we're looking at about maybe a half an inch, a little bit more on this one. Oh, about an inch. So yeah, due to the fact that the handle is not quite as bulky, it is narrower. And if we take a look at that, you know, really your width is just a hair over an inch, but up here you're even smaller, you're underneath an inch. So getting it in your hand is not a big deal for smaller hands. Larger hands, I'm guessing, would not have a hard time with this just because of the length of the handle itself. It's really going to allow you to get up on the blade, so you can be back here if you want to, not so comfortable. You really want to get up on this blade further. You know, so far, I'm pretty happy with it. Again, I prefer a little bit smaller of a knife, but for a larger knife, this is not bad. I really think, yeah, in my opinion, I would say that really the only thing I'd really want changed would be the compression lock. And that's just because I have issues with it. I have a hard time with it. Again, like I know my husband, he can... My husband, come here, husband. He can just see, now me, I can get it go down, but then... All right, so let him show you.
Hi.
And that's the dog too.
Flick, right?
Yeah.
And then just drop. But it does. It interferes.
It does.
You know.
And look at how small that looks in your hand.
Well, it's a normal size knife for me. No, this is a big knife. No question. Not big this way, like dimensionally, but
No,
lengthwise, it's
lengthwise.
a big knife. I love this thing. We're returning it to its rightful owner here, middle of next week, and I'm really sad about that.
That's the middle of this week.
Middle of this week, I knew that, and I want one of these. Wednesday.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the middle of this week. Well, we may just have to make it happen for Therapeutic Edge there.
Spyderco is going to be at Blade Show West.
Then we will go see them at Blade Show West, and we'll see if we can get you one. Again, really, and I love that word. I say it all the time. If you guys haven't noticed. No. Well, yeah, that word too. I say again a lot.
Again.
So, all in all, I really do love the fact that it feels good in hand for being such a large knife. You know, the blade is widthwise, you know, it's just over an inch. I mean, the at the fattest point, at the belly of your blade, your handle's about the same width. But for being a big blade, I think they did an awesome job for being able to feel good in a smaller hand. So I am impressed with that. I know some of the knives, smaller hands do not work with them. This does make a huge difference. It does feel good. Check it out if you have a chance. I think this is a great knife. Thanks again for joining me, you guys. I'd love to have you like and subscribe. Love to see you here all the time. Love talking to you. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comments section. And until next time, thanks for joining me.